Yeah, I'm going to talk about this. Hello, everyone. The 25th Genius is back with another Webtoon review. And man, it has been a while since I have done this for you. So, yes, I know I've been a little slacking on my Unordinary videos, but again, work, life, it happens. But we're here today. I'm actually bringing this video out because I recently, at the recording of this video, just watched the newest episode of Unordinary. And there was a certain comment that kind of just got to me. That's the best way. Look, everyone is entitled to their opinions, and again, I'm not gonna accuse people for that. Of course, this channel is all about freedom of expression. No one just ever does it. It's just there's just a few things that with this, if you read this top comment, that I kind of would like you to consider if you're agreeing or you disagree with this certain comment. Now the comment's going to be up here. Again, I'm not going to put the name up or anything like that because, of course, I'm not trying to bash the person that made it. I just really want to address certain things that I personally feel like should be looked at in a different way. Now, I feel personally that this comment was for, just to get likes, because this comment, I don't know, I mean, do we read the same webtoon? Like, I mean, let's get into it. So before I start the video, if you like this video, please give a like and subscribe for more webtoon and webtoon related content that is on this channel. With that being said, let's get into the review. So we're talking about episode 193 at the recording of this video, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, I'm just going to give you a rundown of what's going on from when I left. John has become the new king, and he basically is ruling the school with an iron fist, to the point where I wouldn't even say an iron fist, because that implies that he actually is using some form of brains or intelligence. He's just basically just ruling it with a tyranny, with no tact or whatsoever, just however he feels like when he wakes up on the right side of the bed at the end of the day. I truly wonder where, like, are his parents, the administrator. I just wonder where all these people are, but that's a whole nother topic. So in an attempt to basically, because of course with John created the Jokers, and now the school is in, complete utter turmoil, and it's actually very sad to see. They want to make a safe house. So the safe house is designed to be a sanctuary for people, but also, when we found out in the latest chapter, to get the guy Terrence in so they can find out more information about him to see if he has a relation with Amber. So I'm very, very excited for that. So that's pretty much the gist. I will make another video about John's past and basically just how I feel pretty much about it. Spoiler alert, John is just a trash person, and at least he could have worked with Amber to have some saving grace, but that, again, I'm going way ahead of myself. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this top comment right here is because there are many things to address when you're going to say very bold claims about this. So let's begin about every last one of them. So number one, the royals are so stupid. This is for the most part true, but there's a fun fact that we should consider about this. You do know that these kids in high school, right? And one thing about high schoolers, they're not the smartest people on the planet. I know for a fact I wasn't the smartest person on the planet when I was in high school. So, I mean, it's when you say royals are so stupid, you have to consider the fact that they are high schoolers who really are not concerning about the world. They're really just concerned about themselves, which doesn't mean that they don't care about other people. They're just in freaking high school. It's like, does a child really care about the pandemic? No, because it's a child. They don't really fully understand or truly care about what is going on in the world around them at the time because they're young. So if you're going to say that the royals are stupid, I mean, that's fine, but you have to imply that they're stupid because they're kids. They're not stupid because of their own volition, and they are not being stupid out of malicious intent that you are saying. The next one. Before John became king, they didn't realize how they upped the school system is. Okay. Again, They're kids. What did you expect them to do? Did you expect them to be full politicians that was able to fix the school system upright? Again, it's not, when I say that they're kids, it's just implying that a lot of things are just not as blatant or apparent to them as you would think of other things. So again, if you're just going to say that, you have to keep in mind that this setting is for a high school setting. These are not adults. Now, if they were adults, it's a little more softer, but the fact that these characters are pretty much kids and high schoolers, and high schoolers are known for doing the stupidest things in the world, it's not fair to say they didn't realize how effed up the situation was when they're barely apparent about anything else in the world, even only really themselves, which again, you think that's malicious. It's just not. It's just how a teenage brain would work. I mean you don't need a degree to learn about psychology here. Next thing, they get their kicked for the first time, and then they complain about the mess that they caused. Oh, no. No. They got their butts kicked, and they're complaining about the mess that John caused. Because, so, again, what happened was John became Joker, and the Joker issue spread it from John to the whole other kids, and to the point where they're beating, everybody up. So they're not really complaining about the mess that they're caused. Arlo is actually very, admits and fully is being an adult about the mess that he caused. It's just, what can he really do? They're trying to find something to do because they know that they have a crazy psychopath of a person, in their school, and they really can't get rid of him because no one is strong enough. That's not really complaining. It's just what the heck do we do now? We didn't know it would get to this point, which again, I'm going to bring up that in a little bit, so just bear with me. But they're not complaining about the mess they're caused. They're trying their best they can to fix it, and it's just nothing's going to work, because no matter what you do, John is always going to manipulate the situation until he is right. And I'm amazed that not many people are just aware of how just manipulative John is. John's just a big manipulator on two legs. But we're going to get into more of that in a bit. Let's go to the next one. Now that John is king, they expect him to fix their mess. No. Just no. Remy is not saying to John, can you fix the mess that we caused? Remy is saying, if you're going to throw outlandish claims that we couldn't do our job, then you show us how our job to be done. Basically, if you're going to say that you can be a better example, then you need to show that you're a better example, not be a worse example for us. Causing the school and ruling a school in fear was never the answer. At least with the power hierarchy of thereof, there wasn't none of this. You have a power system of tyranny, of fear and rage. What do you think? How you think kids are going, to act, especially in high school, especially in a system in which it is determined about how powerful you are and how lower that you are. But they don't expect John to fix for anything. They just expect him to lead by example. And if they do just obey what he says, just leave them the heck alone. It's not a matter of, well, can you fix our mess, please? You're so powerful. No, it's literally, cool, we're trash. Show us how trash we are. Cool, you can do better. Show us how better you can do. Cool, you are such a saint. Show me how much of a saint you are. And obviously, of course, he fails because he's just a piece of crap. But they're not saying at all, complaining about their mess. Okay. Then they even made a stupid safe house, which they should have done a long time ago. One, why is it stupid? Someone tell me, why is this stupid? The reason why the clubhouse wasn't made was not because of the hierarchy. It was just because there was really no need. Yes, the hierarchy was very dysfunctional, but at least it was more stable than what you're getting at now. You really can't sit here and tell me and will write comments to me that's saying that the hierarchy now is infinitely better than the hierarchy then. It is a turmoil mess. It is very sad to watch. At least in the original series of Unordinary, it was at least tolerable because you just knew what was going on and how the world works. But now you just have this, and it's just man, I just want them to get out of it as fast as humanly possible. And a lot of that really will have to do with Seraphina getting her ability back. And because I think Seraphina is the only person who could really tackle John. And that's just sad to say. But Amber knew that, and I feel like that's why Amber took her power away. But I don't think the safe house is stupid. I think the safe house is needed, especially for when kids are actually just living in fear. And your administrator, who should have stopped John, is doing absolutely nothing about it. And I just don't understand. That's the only thing I don't like about this series, is that you have a grown man of an administrator who sees that his kids are in fear and getting their butts beat by this malicious psychopath of a person, and you're just like, all right, cool, but the school needs him though. It's like the school needs him for what? To continue just to send them to the hospital? Like legit, like I just don't get it. But again, the safe house is not stupid. I think the safe house is a great idea, and it's made by one of the characters who was more self-aware than any of the other characters. So don't sit here and tell me that Remy was just all into her own head and just yada 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 yada. No, Remy, again, she's just young, but she was always aware and conscious of other people that were around her. So don't sit here and just say that, you know, none of these royals just didn't give a care and now they want John to fix his mess. Again, I truly feel this comment was for a top comment, but again, it triggered me just a little bit nonetheless. And let's do the final one. This never would have happened if people accepted low tiers and John as a cripple in the first place. I'm going to thoroughly argue that that is not the case. John was already going crazy from the very beginning. It's just, yes, Arlo didn't help, but I truly feel like it's not fair to say that Arlo was the cause of all of this. Honestly, Arlo, and I will keep saying it, has made major advances as a character and as a person in general, and I truly thoroughly respect that from him. And honestly, John is more of the butthole than Arlo has ever been in his entire series. Arlo was always tolerable to me. Arlo just knew who he was and he knew what he had to do. A lot of his attitude, I feel like, was just because of his position as king, and he can't let no one dethrone him. But the fact that Arlo was the cause of John, you really gotta carefully consider. I feel like John would have gotten that point no matter what happened. He was already going crazy. He was already hurting students. He was already just beating people up, etc., etc., etc. You can say that was caused by people picking on him, but that's also the stuff in his head. John will always manipulate the situation in order to, you know, make sure that he is right. Again, this is the pure example. If you want to know what a manipulator does and how to do to avoid a manipulating woman or male in your life, you should definitely just read John, because it's no winning with a manipulator. It is no arguing. They're always going to be right, because that's just, they're going to make the situation to make sure they are right. And that's all John does with everybody. He's just going to make the situation, even though he is completely wrong. Because yes, again, the system was not perfect, but that doesn't give you an excuse to send people to the hospital, you jerk. Like, it doesn't give you people to spill people's blood or to just instill fear because you just feel like it. It's generally just not fair, no matter how many times you want to tell me. But I think one of the main things to consider is that I think John would have gotten that way, honestly. It's just Arlo just accelerated the process of him, just getting into it. So, again, this all would have happened. They would have accepted low tiers. No. I feel that if you were more aware of what the low tiers were going through, yes, I will. That is a very arguable agreement, and that honestly could be very true. That if the lower tiers were a little more respected, it would have been just a little bit better. But honestly, John would have gotten that way no matter what. John was already heading to that path, and etc., etc. Like, really, there's just no help for him. Like, honestly, like, it's just no help for him. Even Serafina, his friend, cannot even help him, and he really liked being friends with Serafina, yeah, there's just nothing more that can be done. So yeah, that is just my opinions about this top comment right here. I think that, again, you're entitled to your opinion, and if you ever watch this video, don't think I'm not bashing you. I just got triggered. I'm just basically a commenter that's commenting on you, that disliked you, and I'm just saying this is what I think on my channel. So don't think I'm just bashing you. This is not for the purpose. I just want people to consider, if you say these things, there's also another side of a coin to look at, and there's also the dark side to look at too. But again, no bashing whatsoever. Again, very good episode, very good comments that I see all around here. I'm just with everybody else. I'm ready for this little arc to end, actually. So that is my video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, again, make sure you leave a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.